everyone. So today my group will present the novel Tom Cabin. My group consists of 4 people. Lanvi, so I am a storyteller, and Ophelia, Sang is Eva father, Lai is Eva, and Su play Eva mother, and Tom. So we're starting. 2 days after this, Anne, Claire, and Augustine parted, and Eva, who had been simulated by the society of her young cousin to exertion beyond her strength, began to fail rapidly, since Claire was less willing to call in medical advice, a thing from which we had always shrunk, because it was admission of unwelcome truth. But for a day or two, Eva so unwell to be confined to the house, and the daughter were called. Miss Ophelia has several times tried to awaken her maternal fears about Eva, but no avail.
I don't see at anything at the time.
But she had a cough.
Cough. I don't need to tell me about a cough. I had also been subject to a cough all my stay. When I was of ever a that road, I was in consumption night after night. Mommy used to sit up with me or ever call it not anything.
But she get weak, and she short breaths.
Lord, I have had that years and years. It's only a nervous affection.
But you see, she was so nice.
Well, I have that 10 years very often night after night. My clothes will be wearing wet. There won't be a dry head in my night clothes, and the sweet will be told that mommy had to hand them up to dry. Eva don't sweet anything like that.
Miss Ophelia shut her mouth for a season, but now that Eva was fairly and visibly prostrate, and the daughter called Mary, all of a sudden took a new turn.
My dear Mary, don't talk so. You ought not to give up the case though at once.
You have not mother feeling glad. You never could understand me. You don't now.
But don't talk so as if it were a wrong case.
I cannot take it as indifferently as you can, Claire. If you don't feel when your only child is in a glamming state, I do. It is blown too much for me with all I were going before.
It's true that Eva is very delicate, that I always know, and that she had grown so rapidly as to exhaust her strength, and that her situation is critical. But just now she is only a child, and portrayed by the heat of the weather and by the excitement of her cousin visit and the exertion she made. The physician says there is room for her.
Well, of course, if you can look on the bright side, brain do. It is a mistake if people have not sensitive feeling in the world. I'm sure I didn't feel as I do. It's only made me completely brave. I could be as easy as the rest of you.
For the child to nurse so tenderly and to fly was unfolding before her with every brightness that love and wealth could give, had no regret for her herself in dying, but her heart yearned with the sad turning for all that she was to leave behind. Her father mourn forever, though she never distinctly so show, had an instinctive perception that she was more in his heart than any other. She loved her mother because she was so loving creatures, and all the selfishness that she had seen in her only saddened and perplexed, for she had a child implicit truth that her mother could do not wrong. There was something about her that Eva never could make out, and she always smoothed it over with thinking that, after that, it was a mamma. She loved her very dearly indeed. She felt, too, for the fond, faithful servant, to whom she was a daily light and sunshine. Children do not usually generalize, but Eva was an uncommonly mature child, and the thing that she had created of the child of the evil of the system under which they were living had fallen, one by one, into depth of her thoughtful, pondering heart. She had very longing to do something for them, to bless and save not only them, but all in the condition, longing that contrasts sadly with the blessing of her little fame.
I can understand why Xenos wanted to die for us.
Why, Miss Eva?
Because I have felt so too.
What is it, Miss Eva? I don't understand. I can't tell you, but when I saw those poor creatures on the board, you know, when you came up and
I could die for them if I could, said the child, honestly laying her little thin hand on his.
Since Claire has called her to show statuette that he had been buying for her, but her appearance, and she came on, impressed him subtly and painfully. There is a kind of beauty so intense, that so fragile, that we cannot bear to look at it. Her father found her suddenly in his arms and almost forgot what he was going to tell her.
Eva, dear, you are better nowadays. Are not you? Are you not? Uh, I have had things I wanted to say to you a great while. I want to say them now before I get weaker. It's all no use, Papa, to keep it to myself any longer. The time is coming that I'm going to leave you. I'm going and never to come back. Oh, no, mighty little Eva. You've got nervous and low spirited. You must indulge such gloomy thoughts. See here, I've bought a statuette for you. No, Papa, putting it gently away. Don't deceive yourself. I'm not any better. I know it perfectly well, and I'm going before long. And I'm not nervous. I'm not loud spirited. If it were not for you, Papa, and my friends, I should be perfectly happy. I want to go. I long to go. Why, dear child? What had made your poor little heart so sad? You have had everything to make you happy that could be given you. I had rather be in heaven, though only my friends sick. I would be willing to live. There are a great many things here that make me sad. That seemed dreadful to me. I had rather be there, but I don't want to live there. It's a more breast my heart. What makes you sad and seems dreadful, Eva? All things that are done and done all the time. I feel sad for our poor people. They love me deeply.
and they are all good and kind to me. I wish, Papa, they were all free.
Why ever try? Don't you think they are well enough up now?
Oh, but Papa, if anything should happen to you, what would become of them? There are very few men like you, Papa, and go afraid not like you, Mama not, and then think of poor old pool owners.
My dear child, you are too thirsty. I'm sorry I ever let you hear that story.
Oh, that's what troubled me, Papa. Do you want me to live so happy and never to have any pain, never suffer anything, not even hear a sad story, when other poor creatures have nothing but pain and sorrow all their lives? It seems selfish. I ought to know certain things. I ought to feel about them. Certain always sunk into my heart. They went down deep. I have thought and thought about them. Papa, is not there any way to have our slave much free?
That's a difficult question. There's no doubt that this way is a very bad one. A great many people think so. I do myself. I heartily wish that there were not a slave in the land, but then I don't know what is to be done about it.
Papa, you are such a good man and so noble and kind, and you always have a way of saying things that is so pleasant. Could not you go around and try to persuade people to do right about it? When I'm deaf, Papa, then they you think of me and do it for my sake. I would do it if I could.
When you are dead, Eva. Oh, child, don't talk to me so. You are all I have on earth.
Poor old poor child was all that you had, and Tom loved his children and is dreadful, Papa. That sort of things are happening all the time.
There, darling. Only don't distress yourself. Don't talk of dying, and I will do anything you wish.
Promise me, dear father, that Tom shall have his freedom as soon as I'm gone.
Yes, dear. I will do anything in the world, anything you could ask me to.
Dear Papa, said, dear Papa, how I wish we could go together
Where, dearest?
to our Saviour's home. Is so sweet and peaceful there. Is it also loving there? Don't you want to go, Papa?
You will come to me. I shall come after you. I shall not forget you.
Says Claire saw and felt many things, but spoke nothing. And it grew darker. He took his child to her bedroom, and when she was prepared for rest, he sent away attendants and rocked her in his arm and sang to her till she was asleep. Đấy là cắt được rồi đó Thanh.